Hey everyone, it's me, Lindsay. I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is my final day off. I took some time off for bereavement for my grandfather's service and some time with family, so I'm pre-filming these videos. But tomorrow I should be back with a normal marketplace journal and more new items for the shop. Thank you for continuing to watch these videos. I hope you'll take a second to see if you're subscribed. Subscribe if you have not, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So today I'm going to be talking about prepping book pages ahead of time to save time for journals. So I have, probably just like you, I have a whole bunch of books sitting around that I pull pages out of frequently for my journals. And one thing I've noticed that really saves me time and that I enjoy when I'm trying to create a quick journal is to have some pages prepped. That means taken out of the books, folded in half, stacked near my workstation, ready to go. Yesterday we talked about spraying these papers. If you didn't see it, go to the previous video. A lot of these are dry already. It's only been a few hours since I filmed it. But for you, you know, it's been a day. And so these are all getting prepped to put into journals. And so now I want to prep some book pages. So I've chosen a couple different ones today. First is a Treasury of Country Cottages journal. And this is, I don't know what the date is on this, but look at these beautiful journal pages. So I want these ready to go for my journals so that I don't have to keep remembering to grab this book. It is such just a perfect basic type. I'm not going to do the ones with the images, but just the ones that say journal on both sides. Because the images I may want to do journal covers or journal cards with, I haven't decided. But the ones that say journal on both sides, I know that the way I'm going to be using these is folding them in half and sticking them in journals. Either in the signatures or in tuck spots. I'll trim those edges later. It's not a big deal. So I just quickly flip through it and I'll have all these ready to pull from. And I chose this book too because this is the aesthetic that I love in my journals. I love nature, woodland, flowers, vintage life, and I love to mix that in with some modern elements. And some of the bright colors in these vintage images pair well with modern images that I like to use as well. So this really doesn't have to take, I've not sped this video up. You're seeing real time how I'm doing it. I decided ahead of time which type of pages that I want, and I'm just pulling them all out. This will do a lot of journals. Also, when they're out and ready like this, you kind of have an idea how many you have. And it's nice if you're like, wow, I have a lot more of these than I thought. And you can share a couple in Happy Mail. I may send a couple of these to Lonnie or Joanne, since they are my Happy Mail buddies. Oh, come on. You're getting there. Yeah, I'm sure I could do this a better way so that the edges aren't as jagged. But this one, no, I'll leave that one in there. So, you know, I'll save that for another day, another project. But all of these are ready to go into journals. And I'm going to do one more step. I'm not going to worry about all of these edges because, number one, I like jagged edges sometimes in my journals on some papers. And if I decide I don't want the jagged edges for the particular journal, I will just trim it down with my paper trimmer when I'm trimming the other pages. So all I'm going to do is fold all of these in half. It's a wonderful mass making opportunity. And if you're like me today and you don't have brain power to create something new, this is a perfect way to use a little bit of craft time. It just, you know, calm, tranquil, move through it. Actually, in my personal craft time off camera, I'm fussy cutting rose images out of a different book just because I need to do something. I'm a little just anxious about the whole trip, not in a bad way, in a good way, but I have the big trip. You're watching this after I'm already home, but I'm filming it before I leave. So today I'm trying to get everything done. There's a lot to do, but I still want to craft. I'm not going to be actually making a journal today. I just don't have that brain power. So what I'm doing is fussy cutting images. This is a very similar thing to that. It's just prepping for when you do have that extra energy to create, that extra inspiration and brain power. You'll have things ready to go. It's just a nice couple minutes to yourself. Maybe you're watching TV, maybe you're visiting with friends. Have a list of little projects like this maybe that you can do that don't require a whole lot of brain power. So I have all these beautiful pages now I can add. So that'll go in one pile. My next book I picked was the Young People's Science Encyclopedia. I think this is from the 60s or 1970. And I was telling myself that I need to use more of these pages. And I'm just going to do a quick flip through. That one has a flower, so I'll take this one out. I'm just going to try to pull several pages out to have them ready ahead of time. I'm not going to do the whole book, but you could do the whole book. You could just, you know, cut them right out of the spine and do it that way. I'm picking rather generic pages that I know will go well with the type of journals I make frequently. I can always come back to these pages for more specific pages later on. But just a quick flip through I'm picking mostly nature and basic science stuff that I'll be able to use. I love these vintage science books. There's always so many beautiful things. I don't really want the snakes. Don't particularly like snakes and spiders unless I'm doing a Halloween themed journal. Oh, that's a nice map. I forget I have these books and these pages and I need to use them. And then I pulled this coloring book, Color Me Fearless, and I thought having a few of these ready. I share these when I substitute teach. I'll bring this sometimes. And just, you know, I'll let my kids use it. I've used it. But I'm seeing if there's anything that I know I'm going to want to use probably in the next couple months. So I'll pull out the ones that speak to my creative direction, I guess. And that would be different for everyone about what they're going to choose. And I'm just going through, enjoying myself. I'm not going to take as many out of here because I do use this, like I said, for other things besides just junk journaling. But I would like a few of them ready. All right, that'll be good for now. I'm really botching this up. I know I could do it better, but sometimes you just work with what you have on hand. Folding them the way I want them folded. And it just prepares them for easy addition into whatever journal signature I might be working on. So I hope that this encouraged you to do something simple. Everything does not have to be earth-shattering, something you've never seen before. It doesn't have to always be creative new ways to use the supplies you already have. It doesn't have to be 20 new items you need. All those are wonderful and needed, but sometimes you just need a reminder. Hey, go grab a couple books off of your journal shelf and fold some pages in half. I know it seems extra simplistic, but you'll really be surprised. If you do not have a place for pages folded in half ready to go in your journals, maybe see if you can find a little spot near where you work And even limit yourself if you need to, you know, one small area, maybe make yourself a pouch, get a binder, something like that, a container. What I have are one of those little 3-tier carts I had gotten, I think, from Michael's, and up at the top, I keep pages like this. I can just grab from them easily, and they're ready to go. So look at that. In just under 10 minutes, I have all of these pages ready for my journals that I'll be able to grab from. Thank you so much for watching. If you're going to try this out in the next week or so, let me know. I'd love to know in the comments below. And then, which books did you choose? Would love to hear from you.